Perhaps not so surprisingly, John Payne maintained that his favorite movie of all time was one of his own, Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, simply because it reflected his own strong and spiritual belief system. Today, of course, the film, which co-stars beautiful Maureen O'Hara, Oscar-winning Edmund Gwenn as Kris Kringle and little non-believing scene-stealer Natalie Wood, is a perennial holiday favorite and his best-remembered film role despite the mighty fine product he turned out over the years. Born John Howard Payne on May 28, 1912, not May 23, according to his daughter, actress Julie Payne. He was the middle son of 3 boys. Peter and Robert were the others. His parents, businessman George Washington Payne and Ida Hope, née Sheffer, Payne, were quite well-to-do and came from a rich heritage. John was named after an ancestor who wrote the song, Home, Sweet Home. The boys grew up privileged on a Roanoke, Virginia estate complete with equestrian stables and swimming pools. At his mother's request, John took singing lessons in order to curb an extreme shyness problem. During his teens, the boy was shipped off to Mercersburg Academy, a prep school in Pennsylvania, and later was studying at Roanoke College at the time his father died. John was forced to give up his studies in an effort to help support his family, finding work as a male nurse and, better yet, a radio singer at a local station. Eventually, he was able to return to his studies, enrolling at the Pulitzer School of Journalism at Columbia University. John continued to find work as a singer and even earned some extra cash as a boxer and wrestler. The tall, 6 feet 4 inches, dark and handsome Payne, in his mid-20s, eventually turned to the stage and, while understudying Reginald Gardiner in the musical, At Home Abroad, was spotted by Samuel Goldwyn during a performance signed for film work. Billed initially as John Howard Payne, he made his debut with a minor role in Dodsworth, 1936, but nothing else came of it and he was released. Freelancing in minor musicals and comedies, he appeared in a starring role, billed now as John Payne, opposite soon-to-be acting guru Stella Adler in Love on Toast, 1937, and also teamed up vocally with Betty Grable on a radio show. Payne met actress Anne Shirley during this time and the couple married in August of 1937. 3 years later they had a daughter, Julie Payne, who would become an actress in her own right. The happiness for John and Anne wouldn't last, however, and the couple divorced in 1943. In 1937, Paramount took over the actor's interest with a featured part in Bob Hope's College Swing, 1938. Warner Brothers then signed him up briefly, allowing him a third-billed role in the Busby Berkeley musical Garden of the Moon, 1938, starring Pat O'Brien and Margaret Lindsay, in which he sang the title song as well as the tune, Love Is Where You Find It, among others. Again, John didn't have the right studio fit until 20th Century Fox came along in 1940. Then it all began to happen for him. Co-starring roles opposite Alice Faye in the musicals Tin Pan Alley, 1940, and Weekend in Havana, 1941, and with popular skating star Sonja Henie in Sun Valley Serenade, 1941, and Iceland, 1942, started the ball rolling. But it was a starring role in the war tearjerker Remember the Day, 1941, in which he was romantically paired with Claudette Colbert, that secured his place as a dramatic actor and gave him one of his best career showcases. After co-starring with former radio partner Betty Grable in Springtime in the Rockies, 1942, John served a 2-year hitch, 1942 to 1944, with the Army. Upon his discharge he went right back to courting Betty Grable in the musical film The Dolly Sisters, 1945, and met 18-year-old singer, actress Gloria DeHaven during its shoot. The twosome wed in 1945 and a daughter and son were born within 3 years. Problems arose when Gloria insisted on continuing her career and the couple, after on and off separations, finally divorced in 1950. John's early post-World War II work offered some of his finest roles with significant non-singing parts coming in the form of Sentimental Journey, 1946, with Maureen O'Hara, which was a project he bought for himself, the glossy epic The Razor's Edge, 1946, co-starring Gene Tierney, Miracle on 34th Street, 1947, again paired up magically with O'Hara, and Larceny, 1948, with Joan Caulfield. When John left 20th Century Fox, his film vehicles grew more routine. Crimers, war drama, and westerns became the norm, but a smart and lucrative business arrangement that included a 7-picture deal with action producers William H. Payne and William C. Thomas. Payne Thomas Productions compensated greatly. As such, John appeared in El Paso, 1949, Tripoli, 1950, Passage West, 1951, Kansas City Confidential, 1952. 99 River Street, 1953, Silver Lode, 1954, and ended the deal with Slightly Scarlet, 1956. A shrewd businessman, Payne also obtained rights to these films in the aftermath. In 1953, he entered into his third and final marriage to Alexandra, Sandy Crowell Curtis, the former wife of actor Alan Curtis. In addition to returning to his singing roots with Las Vegas showroom engagements, John went on to star in his own Western TV series The Restless Gun, 1957, which lasted 2 seasons. Daughter Julie appeared in 1 episode. A very serious 1961 accident, however, in which John was hit by a car in New York City, slowed him down